The exchange of fire below continues, a relentless duel between powerful warships. The American fleet's defense systems respond instantly, a shield of steel rising to meet the threat. The resulting flare is a signal to the entire world that a threshold has been crossed. This is no longer a battle for territory. This is a confrontation for the future itself. The sky becomes a tapestry of fire as interceptors meet their targets in brilliant flashes. The Pacific Ocean, a vast blue cradle of life, and the birthplace of unimaginable power. On the deck of the USS Ronald Reagan, it is a day like any other, a routine patrol in a world holding its breath.
An urgent report is delivered, shifting the atmosphere in the command center instantly.
The sky darkens, the sea begins to churn, a warning of the elemental fury about to be unleashed. On board a vessel of this size, you don't ride the waves, you challenge them. The instruments scream a warning that defies all predictions. This is no ordinary storm. The first rogue wave strikes not as water, but as a solid wall of force. Across the fleet, the struggle for stability begins, a struggle against physics itself.
All hands, brace for impact! Brace! Brace! Brace!
Sometimes the greatest adversary isn't another fleet, but the very ocean they sail upon. In slow motion, the laws of nature assert their absolute dominance over the works of man. Inside the ship's nerve center, order descends into controlled chaos. The machine is wounded. On the flight deck, a 20-ton fighter jet becomes a toy in the grip of the tempest. The chain of command is only as strong as its weakest link, and the storm is breaking every one. In this moment, the captain faces a humbling truth. He is at the mercy of the elements. On the deck, heroism is measured in inches, securing loose gear against impossible odds.
Keep those pumps running! We have to control this flooding now!
Cut off from the world, the most advanced fleet on Earth becomes a lone island in a furious sea. The radar, once their eyes on the world, is now just a screen of blinding electronic noise. Each wave that crashes over the bow is a test of engineering, a test of will.
Damage control, report. We have critical damage to the main mast.
The tactical display paints a grim picture of the fleet's condition.
Amid the chaos, the human element endures. Sailors tending to their shipmates, a bond forged in crisis. A subtle shift, the wind's howl lessens, a glimmer of hope, or just the eye of the storm. The captain knows the danger isn't over. The sea is not the only predator in these waters. While one giant is battered by chaos, another watches in calm, calculated silence.
As predicted, Super Typhoon Ramasun has reached its peak intensity exactly on schedule.
The data is clear. The opponent is vulnerable, their senses impaired, their shield lowered.
The window of opportunity is now open. All units, proceed as planned. The operation is a go. There will be no further discussion.
At a distant naval base, an order is given. The gears of a silent machine begin to turn. Sleek, powerful vessels slip out of port, their purpose known only to their commanders.
The target is tracking exactly as predicted. All assets are moving into position.
Hidden along the coast, mobile launch platforms are brought to a state of full readiness. Beneath the waves, silent hunters begin their approach, undetected by the chaos above. The commander reviews the plan. Every piece is moving into place with cold precision.
Execute.
On the tactical map, a net is being drawn around the wounded fleet. On the bridge of a Type 055 destroyer, the crew operates with a quiet, disciplined focus. These are instruments of immense power, their operators patiently waiting for a single word.
Let history be the judge.
Overhead, unseen eyes track the struggling fleet, analyzing every weakness. In another domain, a silent offensive is prepared, ready to sever the fleet's digital lifeline. On land, long-range assets are armed and fueled. Another layer to the unfolding plan. The approaching force holds its position just beyond the storm-dampened senses of its target. The final command is given. The pieces are set.
Unleash fury.
Out of the storm's fury comes an eerie calm, but the danger has not passed. The crew, exhausted but resilient, begins the arduous task of picking up the pieces. In the CIC, engineers race against time to restore the ship's eyes and ears. The captain's focus shifts from survival to assessment, his mind already on the next threat. Reports trickle in. The fleet is battered but intact, a testament to its robust design. The main radar flickers back to life, and the screen fills with an impossible sight. It is not a glitch. It's a wall of steel that has materialized out of nowhere.
Incoming.
Multiple inbound hostiles.
I'm tracking hundreds. This can't be right.
General quarters. All hands, battle stations. This is not a drill.
The call to action stations rips through the ship, adrenaline replacing exhaustion. Emerging from the mist, a formidable warship appears, a ghost that is all too real. The true nature of this unfolding natural disaster becomes terrifyingly clear. All across the American fleet, weapon systems pivot, answering the silent challenge. Two Titans are now face to face, the space between them crackling with unspoken intent. The silence is broken. A voice comes over the emergency channel, calm and unwavering.
A steely gaze meets the enemy's ultimatum, a silent promise of defiance.
But these are not words of diplomacy, they are the preamble to confrontation.
The final terms of the ultimatum are delivered with cold, unwavering precision.
On the American bridge, the silence is their only reply. A refusal to yield.
The time for talk is over. The consequences are now yours to bear.
The transmission ends. A 10-minute countdown begins, each second weighing a lifetime.
We will not yield. We will not be intimidated. We will defend ourselves. Prepare for battle.
On a distant screen, a clock ticks down, sealing the fate of thousands. An E-2 Hawkeye is launched, a desperate attempt to gain situational awareness. On the flight deck, a new kind of urgency takes hold. The mission has changed. final second evaporates. The time for talk is over.
Now,
The order is given, an action that cannot be undone. From the opposing fleet, hatches slide open, revealing the instruments of conflict. A volley is launched. Streaks of fire tear across the gray water. The American fleet's defense systems respond instantly, a shield of steel rising to meet the threat. The sky becomes a tapestry of fire as interceptors meet their targets in brilliant flashes. But the attack is overwhelming, a swarm designed to saturate any defense. The Phalanx CIWS, the last line of defense, unleashes a torrent of projectiles. A near miss sends a plume of water high into the air, a reminder of how thin the margin is. But one gets through, a single unstoppable point of light on the radar screen. On the bridge of the Antietam, they see it coming. A final, terrifying moment of clarity. A single impact shatters the fragile peace. The confrontation has begun. The resulting flare is a signal to the entire world that a threshold has been crossed. There is no turning back now. The order is given. Answer in kind. The American destroyers retaliate, their own volley of cruise missiles leaping from their launchers. These weapons fly low and fast, a swift and determined response. The opposing fleet's defenses light up the sky, a mirror image of the American effort. An impact on the other side. The exchange is now brutally symmetric. The captain makes the call. The battle will now be fought in the air. When the battle on the sea is not enough, the conflict takes to the skies. From the other side, their own fighters rise to meet the challenge. The sky is now a contested arena. A high-speed, high-G dance of machines begins, each pilot pushing their craft to the absolute limit. A pilot deploys countermeasures, a desperate split-second maneuver that evades a closing threat. The exchange of fire below continues, a relentless duel between powerful warships. The Pacific is no longer peaceful. A new chapter of history is being written in fire and steel.